Hi, and welcome back to the new Twitter for the Real Women of Philadelphia Season 2. I'm your hostess, Kim Doyle Wille. This video will be about your home page. Now, we've gotten to the home page by just putting our cursor up here. You'll see right next to it that this is a search. So if you want to search for a certain user or a celebrity or media, whoever you're looking for, you can search in that search engine there. You'll see up here you can go and see your messages, who else you should follow. Over here, if you go to here, you can see that you will be able to go right to your settings to change any information in your profile. You can go to the help section, which is really great. You can switch to the old Twitter, or you can sign out. You can also switch to the old Twitter by clicking up here in the top toolbar. Let's just go right over here and see that you've got much of the same information that you had on your profile page. People can see how many tweets you've had, what your last tweet that you made was. I happen to talk about the 99ers and Representative Dave Camp holding up some legislation for 5.8 million unemployed for more than 27 weeks. There are a lot more than that, though, that were unemployed over 99 weeks. Anyway, you can see who I'm following, who my followers are. You can see who recently listed you, so you can go back and thank them. It's always important on Twitter to be courteous. Follow the same rules you would in life. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. If they've retweeted you, go in and find something you can retweet of theirs, or thank them for it, or if they've done a special Follow Friday for you. Be sure to thank people and acknowledge them. Now, continuing on, you can see that you have trends that are listed in your homepage. Trends help you decide, like if you're into marketing something, you could put Pound Monday Blues after it, or you can find what are the greatest topics going right now. Like when the Chilean miners were trapped, it said Chile. Or see, right now they're talking about college rules. That's a pound sign, so remember, that's a search engine whenever there's a pound in front of it. But when they've been talking about bin Laden, there's been pound bin Laden. So you can just find all kinds of things to talk about or to find out what the most trending subjects are. Now, let's go through the tweet. This shows me that Elephant Journal tweeted this. This TY stands for thank you. Now, in my resources and tips that I've given you a link to, you'll find a list of abbreviations so that you know how to abbreviate in here. Whenever you see an RT, that means that's a retweet. That means that somebody liked what you had to say and they hit this retweet button and it retweeted what you had to say so their followers could see what you had to say. This also now in new Twitter tells us the real name of the person next to their username. It tells us when the tweet was tweeted, and you can favorite the tweet if you want to add it to your favorites. You can retweet it, or you can reply. Whenever you're replying to somebody, let's just go ahead and hit reply, you'll see their name up front. And apparently Autumn Metcalf had something to do with this tweet. But actually, I'm just going to hit the delete button and delete her name from there. So now I've just deleted, and I can write a message and just say, hi, Elephant Journal, or anything, and then hit tweet, and that message will be sent. Now you'll note down here that this says 123. That means you have 123 characters left to work with. If I were to say something, I like you, you'll see that I only have 113 characters left to work with. And you'll see that you get to now see the tweet that was made that you're responding to. So it reminds you what you wanted to say to them. But I don't want to really send that tweet, so I'm just going to come up here to this X and delete that retweet. Now, an @ sign has to appear in front of a user's name in order for that user to be able to see it. So you always want to have that starting out your tweet in your homepage. Let's go back to the homepage. See, you would begin it with the person's name. Now you could just copy and paste that person's name too. A lot of times I'll be doing that. If you want to list several people, say, see, I've got the Mark the Spam Man. Well, you've got to put an @ sign in front of that for him to see that. Now I could also take the Daily Cause and do the same thing. If I wanted to address to several people at once, I can just copy and paste them into there. And remember to put the @ sign. Now moving on, let's go into mentions. These are tweets that mention anybody that's tweeted about me. But see, people are just mentioning me, and this is what you want to thank people for, you know, or retweet them, because this gets all of these people retweeted, and that's how a lot of people follow, because they like people that you like. So there are the mentions I've been in. Now we'll go up here to retweets. You can check retweets by others, retweets that you've made, and my tweets retweeted. Let's see who's retweeted my tweets. See, I've had quite a few. Oh, somebody retweeted my desserts. You can check your searches. You can check your lists in this function. So see, I can check all of my different lists. Let's go to Food, Home, and Gardens. This shows you who I've got in my Food, Homes, and Gardens list. See Ruth Bourdin, Lonely Gourmet, Daily Blender. I follow a lot of famous chefs, so you may want to follow this list. To follow that list, all you would do in your page is go up here and just hit the follow your list function. I think it's listed up here. Now, and you can then go back to your timeline and see your actual timeline and who's been tweeting what. Now, before we leave this page, let's just go ahead and type up a quick message. Okay, so I just typed up a quick little message. See, it says, need a fast, delicious, and you don't normally want to capitalize unless you want to show something you want to emphasize to people, but otherwise it's considered kind of rude and yelling at people. So kind of try to keep away from it, but it's dinner time. I want to get their attention. Need a fast, delicious pound dessert tonight. That means anybody looking for desserts might look for this recipe. And then there's an abbreviation. Please try my @PaulaDean, because Paula Dean has a lot of followers, so they might pick up on this recipe. Or Love My Philly has lots of followers. That's Philadelphia cream cheese. Or RWAP, other real women of Philadelphia that use this hashtag might pick up on this recipe. And then I put a hashtag in front of the recipe because people looking for recipes might pick up on that recipe. And then it says the name of my recipe, Swedish cream and berries. I went ahead and put a hashtag there because a lot of people look for berry recipes just like they would for jalapenos. You can look for anything using those hashtags. And then I've got this link for my Swedish cream and berries recipe. We'll go ahead and tweet that out. Now, there's my tweet. In my tweet stream, it shows up. So people will be able to click. Now see, they can click on this link, and they'll be taken to my Real Women of Philadelphia page with my Swedish cream and raspberries recipe right on it. So they can go, and if they sign up, they can go and comment just like all of you have. So that's how you set up a tweet. And you'll see in the references and resources below how to shorten the length for these pages. This is called your browser window. You will just go up and you can just click and see how that highlighted. You can just hit Control C and copy that and paste it into a shortener. It'll shorten the link because you don't want it to use your tweet up with all of those characters in that browser window. You want a short link so you can use your space in a tweet to get out your message. So there you have that. I believe that about does it for the home page. We'll move on to the next video, which will focus on some of the parts of the upper toolbar and some of the idiosyncrasies of Twitter. And I'll see you in the next video.